good. Just wait till you come back and talk, so I'll make sure it's good for you. Yo.
Yeah, ready when you are.
Nice. Right, I'm gonna go live then, bro. Let's do this.
Let's go.
Oil City Battles, real talk. Gentlemen, introduce yourself.
Locksmyth, you know who I am. Part-time, occasional battle rapper, UK hip-hop artist, and one of the mouthiest guys on Twitter you'll ever meet.
Fair dues, fair dues. Welcome to the show, bro. It's good to have you on.
Thanks, man.
No problems, no problems. As I do with everyone else, can you tell us how you first got sort of into your music thing, and then sort of how the battle thing came about too?
Yeah, obviously, with the music, probably had my first studio session in about 2005. I was pretty whack, to be fair. Yeah, and then we was just with a little crew called QC, had Silent, Loudmouth, Chris the Mentalist, you might know those two from Quarantine. Nico from More Fire was partly involved. We had Fuming, Tony, Smasher, who does well on the music scene at the moment as well, like producer, and he was rapping with us at the time. So yeah, just a few of us, and we had a movement called QC, like 2006. Basically, yeah, we was going around doing radio shows. Then we put out the Quality Control album, and that got a massive buzz on the radio. That had us doing shows like with the likes of Kalashnikov, Poisonous Poets, Sway, like, do you get what I mean? And then, yeah, just that kind of folded about 2006, 2007, and because I was still learning my craft, put out my first mixtape, Untold Legend, and then that is it really since then, and then put out a few more. I put out about 5 projects and 6, including the EP with Tony D since then. Yeah, and then with battling, one day I was just randomly watching Grind Daily, and I saw, I think, O'Shea versus Dirtbag Dan. And then it just looked alright. I didn't even know like battle rap existed on that level in the UK. I thought it was just like, you know, like old Jump Off, what you used to see on Channel U and that sort of stuff. But yeah, and then I see Don't Flop, and then obviously Tony got into it, and I was not on it at first. Just obviously I like watching it, and then eventually as time passed, and obviously and the rest of the team knew I was battling, they just always asked me, when are you going to battle? When do you want to battle? When do you want to battle? And then I just took a random debut in Camden against a guy called Wayne Rooney, big up him, and smashed him in, to be fair. But yeah, and then ever since then I've just, you know, just done little bits and bobs really, not many battles, just a few, but I attend a lot of events and that, you know.
Yeah, I know. We always see on the video events, whether it's splashing drinks or like, you get what I mean?
Oh man, that was just one incident what has been blown massively out.
I know, bro, but it's got to be mentioned just because you can actually give finally. You'll say like everyone's mentioned it, bro. Like everyone has mentioned it.
I know everyone mentioned it. Even people when I'm not involved in a battle or Tony's not involved in a battle, they reference it. Like, always makes me laugh, to be fair.
It was kind of a funny bit because like it did cause a bit of a commotion in the whole battle thing, didn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah, it did for a while, to a point where O'Shea even got me in trouble with that in that whole Charlie Clips battle because of it. You know, he referenced it, asked me to pull a stunt, I pulled a stunt, and I knew I shouldn't have pulled it, but I still pulled it, and obviously you saw the result of that after, do you know what I mean?
But for the comedy side of it, bro, like it's obviously got to be done. You know what I mean? If people are asking you to do it, you can't say no, really, can you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely not.
But I always say the Americans are drama queens anyway, so.
Yeah, I had that with them after, do you know what I mean? There's all this talk about her kick me off the stage and all that. It weren't nothing like that. Basically, all that happened is I was asked to mop up, and I left the stage because I was that angry that I was asked to mop up. So I just left, and then come back, and I had it out with Charlie Clips and Cortez, who were both complaining, but they saw the sense in the end, to be honest.
It's still like a spare moment, innit? You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, it's just one of them things. I mean, I only initially done it because it was like, I think, Yunan and Chris Lee's battle, and they was absolutely hammering their opponents, and that was just my way of showing that like they're dead basically by pouring out some alcohol. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we've obviously had the Sunburn battle, which we can't really talk about the result, but you've had a lot of opinions on Twitter about it, bro. So like, I guess we could talk about your Twitter comments, like the stuff you've written out. So obviously you're not you're not so happy about it.
No. Obviously, you know, like I think in none of the battles I've ever done, I've ever been happy with my performance.
Right.
For one reason or another, whether it been sometimes my delivery I feel could have been better, but I just feel this time a lot of elements were working against me. I mean, same ones would have been working for Enigma, but having 2 late nights in a row, obviously having the Ian Daniels football match in between, and being the first battle on after a hangover. If you know anything about going to events and being the first battle on, it's like you need some preparation, but I kind of got there late, so it was literally I've gone from the car to outside to on the stage, so it was a bit, and I just feel like I didn't give the best account of myself. I mean, when other people seen it, the pay-per-view and stuff, they've asked me what I was complaining about, but obviously something happened in the battle and you'll see it. You'll get to see it when it comes out.
Alright, okay.
And that's the main reason for my kind of disappointment. But I mean, in terms of lyrics and stuff, and I think I smashed it.
I think certain aspects of the battle was a great battle for the pay-per-view, but I don't know what you're not talking about, which obviously was cut from the pay-per-view, which I've watched the pay-per-view 10 million times. I'm not joking, bro. Like I watched it at least 12 times through, like in 3 days of the first 3 days of having it. You know what I mean? And then I just stuck it on in the evenings when I've been doing like little bits of work on shit, like because I've got 2 screens, I can get away with it. But like, it was just, the whole event was a brilliant event, and there needs to be more of them.
I think so. And I think a lot of these UK versus UK events is going off recently, so without the help of the American artists, just UK versus UK battles are going off, so it says a lot for the whole scene, to be fair. But that event, just to be there, not just to be part of it, that's a whole separate thing. That's like sick, but just to be there and just see how everyone's just, you know, the crowd reactions, like the energy in the room, just everything. It was like, it's definitely in my top 5 don't flop events what I've been to, I reckon.
I can't wait for the videos to be out so I can actually talk about it properly, bro, because like there is so many just little things of everyone's performances that just stand out from watching all of them that much, you know what I mean? Especially obviously the other E&D members with Skirms, Jem and Tony. Like we don't even need to talk about Tony, like that's just obviously what's going to happen.
That guy's something else.
I spent 3 weeks building up to that event, talking to E&D members, and every one of them was like, just good luck to Double L. He awoke a beast. And damn, did he awake a beast.
I definitely learned the hard way. Definitely learned the hard way.
So have you got any future projects planned for battling? Or are you really real about this whole "you may never battle again" tweets? Or come on,
I don't. You know what? When I said that, because before the battle, I can't say too much, but I'll give away too much. But basically, I feel a certain way about battling, and I feel that I've always been more of a supporter than an actual battler myself. Even though I can rap, I'm more of a supporter of the culture than I am like someone that takes part. You know, so. I don't know, there's not really many people in the league that I'd like to battle, because obviously going there as a supporter, you get to know the artist, you know, I'm familiar with all of them, we all have our own big conversations and whatnot, and I don't really feel motivated to battle anyone, but I've been offered something that might be too good to turn down. Nice. Not in terms of opponent, just in terms of the event.
Okay.
So I'm definitely thinking about it, but if you do see me in the ring, it will be as it has been, like once a year, twice a year. I've done this year and surprised myself. I never thought I'd do 2 battles in a year, to be honest. So I don't really know, but the way I feel at the moment, I'd say if I do go back in the ring, it's got to be worthwhile. So a worthy opponent or a worthy event. And then, yeah, maybe. I'd like to do another 2-on-2 with Tony as well, just kill somebody. Yeah, I'd like to do a 2-on-2. That's the thing that I probably really want to
referencing a show I did last night. I did a show last night with P Soldier.
Okay.
Yeah, and I said if there was any battle, like on beat battle, that you would want to see from the Don't Flop people, he said that he would love to see you on beat versus Dialect.
Oh wow, yeah, that'll be a massive battle. But if I was to battle Dialect, because I like him, I think I'd do 1 round on beat and 2 just normal, something like that. If I was to battle someone like Dialect, because I think he's like, oh, he's crazy.
Oh, no, like, but just that, he just pulled it, because I just literally, at the end of the show, we were pottering about thinking of questions, and I come out with that one. And he was like, well, yeah, blatantly, Dialect and Locksmyth on beat would be fucking sick. And I was like, obviously, I've copped all the Tony Smith show and everything like that, you get what I mean? Like, I've gone through it all, man, and obviously, there's a lot of people that don't know, or don't get to find out about the music side because it sort of gets hidden behind the battles. You get what I mean?
That's why I won't battle too much. That's one of the reasons why I won't battle too much, because I feel it overshadows what you do as a music artist.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I started doing this show, bro. Was to give you a lot of way out as well. You get what I mean? Like, this is, I think, my 4th consecutive week of having an E&D member on Tuesday night. You get what I mean? Like, bigging up that E&D family, like, because you're all bloody, like, the albums and shit you guys put out is fucking awesome. You get what I mean? When are we getting a proper release of the Tony Smith, man?
Oh man, do you know what?
I'm fed up of hearing about it. When we get off this, can you at least just send me the copy that you're sending to everyone else to play?
I'll send you. We've got we're thinking of releasing it's like 6 tracks, 1 minute 11 each track of random tunes from the album. There's about 6 tunes on there, so maybe I'll send that to you. You can get a copy of that. But we're thinking about just releasing that just to keep up the anticipation sort of things, you know, and just to give people an idea of what it is that they're actually waiting for.
Good, because I want a sneak peek. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like I haven't heard tracks from it, because I've listened to Bonesy and 13's show.
Yeah, that's right.
Mentioning that, like 10 till 1 tonight, bang.com.
Tune in, bang it.
103.6, rah rah rah. As I do every show on a Tuesday anyway. Like, I've been listening to that for like the last few months now, obviously, and listening to it, and obviously I hear the snippets that come out, but I want the whole bloody thing, bro. You get what I mean? I'm fed up of having to wait. Like, I have to go through the show limits and like listen to it at that point if I actually want to listen to it.
Yeah, it's definitely it's something that, and as well, it's not something that only, I think there's Trickster. We gave him an exclusive of the album, and I believe he's put it on a compilation CD. And then DJ Bones, I think he might have like 2 of those album tracks, but we've not given it out to anyone. We're trying to just keep it as tight as possible because we don't want to, you know what I mean? Don't want to spoil it for them because it's a pretty good album, to be honest.
Because the Tony Smith show, the Don't Flop release.
Yeah, that's right.
Police Harassment is in my playlist, bro.
Oh, really?
Seriously? That is in my, and I'll even send you the snippet that I got to prove it. You get what I mean? Like, I can send it to prove it. I'm not bullshitting. Like, you get what I mean? It's not like I'm not sitting here and not knowing the shit that you want to talk about, because it's good shit and it deserves to get out there more. There's not enough pushing.
Yeah, people. That's right. I mean, when we decide to release it, or when we're on course, we'll start just, you know, promoting it more. So hopefully it will just be in your face till you're sick of it, and then probably just buy it. Shut us up.
I'll buy it anyway, bro. I'll give me a pre-order line. You get what I mean?
No worries, I'll send you the link to the pre-order straight away. And obviously, I think it will be available from all good outlets as well. So this is another thing what we've never done. I'm just exploring grounds what I've never explored in terms of like releasing projects. So like, I'm just trying to get a bit more organised. Like, do you know what I mean? Because everything I've ever done in the past. I've just given it away for the last 5 years. I've given away material sort of things, you know.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
This time, yeah, I'm gonna sell it to you because you're not getting nothing on tree. None of them. Right? You might. They ain't getting nothing.
That's what I like to hear, man. That's what I like to hear.
Yep.
So what other music things you featured in that's coming out coming out soon, bro? There's got to be a.
Oh wow! There's I think Joe Fire's EP coming out. Obviously, Joe Fire, Ian Daniels. He's at a video shoot today for his project. Josiah Matrix's project. If you don't put me on there, I won't be happy. So I'll be on that. I've got the Ian Daniels. We've got an EP and an album coming out, and I promise you all, the album is crazy. It's just the craziest album, and I think again we're waiting just so we can do things properly. But we'll have an EP coming out. I think in the next, I'd say about 2 months. I'd say 2 to 2.5 months, 3 months tops. We'll have a new Ian Daniels EP, and then obviously after the EP, sometime after we'll release the album. But yeah, so there's quite a few things you'll see me on, and then I've obviously got a solo project what I've been working on all the time. This Locksmyth album's supposed to have been coming out, so I've got tunes from a few years ago, and I've got tunes what I haven't finished yet, and I've got tunes what are complete but I just haven't shown to anyone. But the feedback I've got of those have been crazy. So yeah, I've got so much stuff in the pipeline. It's just obviously just organising it and releasing it in an order that suits everyone involved.
Cool. So as I've asked a few other people, like I know, kind of you said like that it's got to be the right sort of opponent.
Yeah.
What sort of, if you could name any opponent right now, like I sat here and went, Locksmyth, come and battle in my league. Who is it you want? I'll get them. Who is it?
Do you know what it is as well? I kind of shy away from the top tier rappers and convince myself that I'm not really at that level. But if I really check it out and I compare myself and my style to their style and the style was like current at the moment, it'd have to be a top tier battle. It would have to be a top tier battle. I can't, you know. I'd like a battle where my opponent came back with the same level. And in the last battles I've had, apart from Joker Star and Verb T, I don't feel like my first battle with Wayne Rooney, he was good, but I feel like there's contrasting styles. So I've got people that are not so lyrical, they're more funny and just like discovering multi-syllable rhymes and that sort of thing, you know? So they're like, I don't know, they're not complete rappers, I wouldn't say. So I'd like someone that was more complete, like lyrical, like fierce delivery, do you know what I mean? So it don't look like me just shying in someone's face while they spout back jokes and multis to me.
Okay, so I've just got to ask a question on Twitter from ASAP_NAF. Naf,
Yep.
as his name is. Ask Lock about a 2-on-2 battle, 2 members from E&D versus 2 members from High Rise.
Oh wow. If we were to do that, really, it would obviously Flex is good, but I think in terms of people that get the crowd most hype, big up Flex as well, because I think he's good, but it's like the crowd don't always take to him in a battle. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'd say it'd have to be honest, I think Tally and Dialect or Quill. Is Quill part of High Rise?
I believe there's some sort of thing there. I don't know. It was mentioned in
Yeah, or Quill and Dialect or something against. I don't know who I'd put them against. I'd say, because I'd like to see Josiah Matrix and Joe Fire in the ring. I'd say one of those. And I don't know, for them to team up with Tony, obviously you'll give them the experience. So Josiah and Joe Fire, and a combination of Furts and Tony, I think that'll be an interesting battle. Leave our golden kid Gemini alone. We're saving him. We're saving him.
Big up Gem though. Like that's if he doesn't get newcomer of the year, I'll be very shocked.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that kid. I mean, that young man is, to me, exactly he covers every element Don't Flop's been missing from all the newer artists that have been coming along. Because I feel some of them are good, but they're not complete. They have a lot of one thing and not enough of something else. But I just feel Gemini, he's got the humour, the bars, and if he gets any better, to be honest, there's be no point in anyone competing that Don't Flop against Gemini. Just hand him over the title and let him have it. Don't even need to defend.
This is it. Like, it's a bit. I think it's a bit unfair. Like, they do say Daniel's ruined battle rap, bro. The t-shirts even say it themselves, bro. Right? And the instant reply that I give anytime I've seen that tweet is because they're too fucking damn good at it. I'm not joking, right? Even Flabs tweeted me on that, like retweeted me and like commented on that, like, and it's true. You got Gem, you got yourself, you got Scams. Yeah. That's before you pick out of any of the guys like that are retired. Obviously, I don't need to mention the champ because
leave him out.
He gets enough love on my shows as it is. You get what I mean? He bloody does. There's no doubt about it. But I can't wait for these Sunburned battles to actually come out so I can properly talk about them because Gemini's performance he's put himself as literally it's just like wow I can't talk, but I just want to say it's a battle that if people aren't watching they've got to be blind to not watch it, bro.
Oh man, it's, do you know what, I watched it again yesterday, obviously before the pay-per-view went down, but it is just lyric for lyric, idea for idea, scheme for scheme. The guy, he's too much.
It certainly is. Your internet.
Hey, I'm just getting a phone call there on the phone. One sec.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, it's gone off again.
Hold on.
But whilst we're waiting for... Oh no, you're back. I was going to say, I just want to quickly mention the event that I've got in my rotation on the screen right now. We got the Gift of the Gab first anniversary that people should be going to just to support.
Oh, so Spurts was saying something about that, so I think you might see us down there.
There's a lot of... there's quite a few Don't Flop regulars on there, to be honest. You've got Flex.
Oh, really?
Flex, Big J, come back onto the rotation so I can see. Willsy's down there. Soljitsu.
Yeah.
Hulk's down there. Yeah, so that's the 5 Don't Flop guys that are on that event.
Yeah, I'll definitely go and show support to them, you know, all those guys, you know, it'd be good to see them representing DF outside of DF, do you know what I mean? And then obviously you'll see the levels as well.
It's the first birthday for that league as well, bro, so we're obviously trying to turn it on, you know what I mean?
A couple times, but obviously me not being a battle rapper, I've just, do you know what I mean? I told them, I'm right, then I'll definitely do that for them. Big up the guys over at Gift of the Gab as well. They always come down, you know, to certain Don't Flop events and they show love, do you know what I mean? So big up those guys as well.
Got the Words of Weapons Leeds pay-per-view.
Oh yeah?
The Temple of Boom that's got main event of Yuna and Double L on hip hop and rap. Beats. It's got Zen and Chronicle, Peace Soldier, Psycho, and like a few of the other. I can't remember the whole bloody lot off the top of my head. That's how many events I'm part of, bro. Like I've got to talk about. Crawler and Future, Sincere and Foz, Vigilant and Paddy, Vets and Mover. So again, that's a pay-per-view, bro. That's like actually live, so you don't even have to go to the event to watch it.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I think a lot with the UK, we need to keep up with the Americans. So I think stuff like pay-per-view is a very, very good look for the UK. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, to a certain degree, like it does give the people that can't actually make it to the event, if they're going to do it live properly. But I don't think, like, I think some of the problem with the guys complaining about the pay-per-view was because it was £14. You get what I mean? But at the same time, like, you didn't get the live feeling, obviously, because you weren't live. So that's what some people were complaining about. You get what I mean?
Do you know what? I think some people are better off watching pay-per-view first before they come to events, you know, because there's people at events sleeping on stuff, like, and it's like, it's hard to understand what they've come to see. So maybe when they watch the pay-per-view, they can rewind it and, do you know what I mean, understand a bit more what it is that they're listening to. Because I think some of the fans, to be honest, no insult to them, but I don't believe they always know what they're listening for. That's why so many of the best lines in Don't Flop have been slept on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so with stuff like pay-per-view, you get to, it kind of gives it that feel because you know you're watching exclusive footage, but I think you get the chance to rewind it, watch it again. Do you get what I mean? Study it a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
like,
cool.
Like pay-per-view live streams, as long as it don't go like, was it Total Slaughter?
Well, yeah, like, but that's.
Good.
But the thing was with Total Slaughter is they didn't have guys in on the underground, like the hidden part which were organising it. Like they could have used the KOTD crew. You get what I mean? They could have brought King of the Dot in on that and had them that would have actually told them. That, I mean, for fuck's sake, they used the old ECW hall.
Oh man.
That's the venue that it was. It was the Hammerstein Ballroom, which used to hold ECW.
Okay.
You get what I mean? Like, that's just not a rap battle of... Well, I suppose it's got this sort of history behind its side, but come on. You got to have the right places, which people from the scene itself would have been able to help them with. But they seem to just know it's our event, it's our shit, we're just going to do it and take the crap for it.
Everyone's too busy trying to be the best, really, and I think sometimes in stuff like this, it's good to unify, do you know what I mean? It's good. Unity's a good thing because at the end of the day, they can all learn from each other, do you know what I mean? And help. Because at the end of the day, no one's got battles out every day, do you know what I mean? So as much help is given to the other leagues and stuff to build the idea and build the culture, I think more of that stuff would be, do you know what I mean? A bit more beneficial to the scene.
Well, yeah, of course. Like, I've always not understood why there is such a divide between the league owners. Because I understand if it's in the same country, like the sort of UK battle leagues, like the difference between Gifted Gab and Don't Flop. You get what I mean? I understand because they hold a lot of regular, similar events. But like even down to like Words of Weapons and Don't Flop, and the guys that are actually doing it on the real levels and trying to step the levels up, why are they not on the same level and trying to like be with each other and do it? It'd be a much greater thing.
Yeah, definitely, and it helps the scene to grow, you know. But as I said, everyone's busy trying to be the best. Do you know what I mean? And then while it's going to be like that, you very rarely find those people coming together to create something that's complete.
That could be complete and far greater.
Far greater.
But that's, I suppose, always going to be the part of us men being men, innit? You get what I mean?
Yeah, you know, it's human nature, innit, to compete with one another, especially as a man, you know, like, things like ego come in, and you know what I mean? So, it's always going to be the case, but, as I said, a bit more unity, you know? Because I feel like Don't Flop was thriving at a time where they had a better relationship with KOTD. Obviously, a couple exchange of words and stuff, and then, like, you know, there's a bit of bad blood, but yeah, it was a lot stronger when, like, they'd have a lot more of our artists over, like, maybe three artists that on one card, you know, or two artists on one card, and do you know what I mean? So I think it was a lot better then, and I felt like the scene was growing a lot quicker, but obviously tensions between rappers and organisers and owners of, do you know what I mean? It gets in the way, really. It gets in the way.
Certainly does, bro. Well, we've covered quite a lot, bro. We're 30 minutes into the show.
Yeah,
You got
man.
any shout-outs you want to do?
Yeah, just shout out my whole Ian Daniels team. They all know who they are. Shout out to State of Play. It's a band of a friend of mine. Like they mix rap and other genres of music. So shout out to State of Play. Shout out to Rowan and the rest of the Don't Flop staff, obviously, because they're doing good things for themselves and even me, do you know what I mean? And everyone else helping the scene to grow. And anyone just helping the scene to grow, really, do you know, either battle rap or music. Like, I'll be shouting at people all day, to be honest. But, yeah, like, just shout out those people in general. And shout out any DJ who's not scared to play what he likes instead of what he's told to play. So big up everyone just being a pioneer in any way, or being a leader or an originator in the music scene or in the battle rap scene, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's cool. I haven't got to do one of my shout-outs tonight because you've already just done it. So I don't need to mention Ian Daniels again. It's been on the screen the whole show, bro. The new logo's on the screen, so it's been there the whole show underneath you. But
hold on, can I just shout out anyone that was involved in or helped put together the Corna Smith Show album, because that's an important project to me. So that's the likes of Cons, the likes of Vicious, the likes of Last Resort, mastering it for us, and NSD for making the beats, and all the artists involved as well. Luke over at Sign Creations as well for the artwork. Like, he's done some amazing artwork for us. I think it's the most impressed I've ever been by artwork for one of my own projects, so shout him out as well. And NSD, the producer, obviously likes to stay in the background, don't really like a mention too much, or don't like his face to be put out there, so shout out you, NSD. And yeah, man, that's it, that's my shout out.
Cool. Thanks for coming on, bro.
No worries, man.
It's been a good show. You've talked about a lot of real shit with me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for having us.
No problems. Anytime. And hopefully...
battles, everyone.
Hopefully we get to hook up when I'm in the UK at some point. But
yeah, no worries, man.
That is me going to end the show. Big up to anyone's watching right now. We got 4 people. I'm guessing one's the God Joker Star because he tweeted about us.
Joker.
Big up the Joker.
Big up the Joker. He spat the best bar against me ever in a battle. If you want to know what the bar is, just watch the battle with Joker Star and Verb T against Tony D and Locksmyth, and you'll see the bar I'm talking about. It's ridiculous.
Okay, I'll have to go back and watch it. I've watched it already, to be fair. But that's the end of the show, guys. Thank you very much.